Hello everyone and welcome back to today's weather video. Today is March 24th, Thursday, and today we have a very good chance of seeing what could be a tornado outbreak in parts of the actual deep south. I'm going to go ahead and pinpoint those communities that could be seeing tornadoes this afternoon and evening. However, let's look at the big scope of today's weather. So our storm system is here into the south and it is moving eastward along the Gulf Coast, bringing a lot of warm moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. We have a lot of unstable air in the atmosphere, a lot of high wind aloft in the upper parts of the atmosphere, and we could be seeing some vertical shear as well, which is conducive to actually seeing tornadoes form. So we are going to see tornadoes form this afternoon and evening. The severe weather threat for today, okay? Anywhere from eastern Texas going into parts of the south, going into Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and then going north all the way actually into parts of the Ohio Valley and interior northeast. As far as Cleveland and possibly Pittsburgh could see some severe weather later on this afternoon. However, the bullseye to see especially tornadoes later on today is right in here in parts of Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama. They have about at least a 70 to 80+% chance of seeing at least a tornado in at least a 50-mile wide radius later on this afternoon and everything. So if you live in Memphis, bullseye. Nashville, Tennessee, possible bullseye. Anywhere south of that going into parts of northern Mississippi and Alabama. So Tupelo, Mississippi is in the bullseye. Birmingham, Huntsville, Alabama are in the possible bullseye. And when we talk about tornado outbreaks, again, we talk about severe weather outbreaks where we see large hail, damaging winds, frequent lightning, and a lot of reports of flooding. That's all reports on all those four components of severe weather. When we talk about a tornado outbreak, we're talking about multiple tornado reports. Like possible dozens of tornado reports and everything. I don't know if we'll see dozens. We might. I don't know. I mean, Mother Nature will let us know later on today. But we are saying that in these communities that I just mentioned, there's a very good likelihood of seeing at least a few, if not like more tornadoes later on today. And they could be large tornadoes too. Not these, EF1s or 2s. We could be seeing maybe an EF3, possibly an EF4 tornado spawn up in parts of these areas. Now, just because you're not in the bullseye from Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, going into like Tyler and Beaumont, Texas, you could still see obviously severe weather and tornadoes. However, the more likelihood to see these tornadoes pop up today are in the Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama areas that I just mentioned, okay? So if you see any watches or warnings, particularly in these areas, you want to take them seriously today. And if you do have a warning, a tornado warning, you want to get in the lowest level of your home. A basement would be the perfect place to go. If you do not have a basement, you want to get into a bathroom that has literally no windows. Stay away from windows at like all costs, basically. That's the worst type to be around. Don't look outside and watch the tornado come at you or anything flying at you, because then you're in a very, very high risk of getting hurt and everything. So you want to take this very, very seriously today. The atmosphere is just very juiced up and very conducive to see a possible tornado outbreak in parts of the south today. And this will be happening tonight as well, pushing eastward into parts of the Carolinas, Georgia. The tornado actual threat will start to diminish overnight just because we don't have the actual daytime instability and warming of the atmosphere. However, do not let your guard down going into this evening and overnight. If you live eastward like Knoxville, Asheville, going into parts of the Carolinas, Atlanta, Georgia, going into, again, eastward of those areas, that's where the storm system is going to basically be moving overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning on Friday. So we'll have to see what actually happens with the actual severe weather this afternoon. But I just want to let everyone know that today is a very, very serious weather day. Do not let your guard down at all. We are going to see a lot of severe weather. We are going to see tornadoes, especially in parts of Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. So that is today's weather video. Please stay safe out there, everyone. Keep your eye to the sky and make sure you turn on your local news stations frequently to make sure you have, just to make sure, all is good. And if you have watches and warnings, please take them seriously, as it is going to be a dangerous day out there for a lot of people. Stay safe, and I'll see you all again in a few days with another video. Take care.